Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wine and Shine podcast. It is your host, Luna. I have to vent for a second because, hear me out. So, I'm taking this American literature class, and I'm pretty sure the universe is probably like, yeah, girl, you need to calm down. But I'm taking this American literature class, and it is really hard. American literature itself is not hard. Like, you get to do a lot of reading, you get to read a lot of poetry, you get to understand, all of that fun stuff. But with this class, it just wasn't happening. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see me complain about it. I had to send my professor an email, in all caps, mind you, in order to get him to help me because I was just desperate. And everybody in the class failed their midterm. So there's that. But I'm done venting about that. But I hope you guys enjoyed your Halloween. I had a very, very, very fun Halloween. I got to spend it with my boyfriend. He took me over to his job and they had this Halloween little ordeal set up and it was super fun and I had a blast. And my costume this year was going to be Maxine from X, but that costume was a little bit inappropriate. I could have made it more appropriate, but I wanted to go all out with that. So I settled for Patrick Bateman, a female version of Patrick Bateman, mind you. So that's what I did, and I had such a blast, and then I got really high, and that was not good. I mean, it was, but So anyways, speaking of high, I am drinking wine right now, of course, because this is the Wine and Shine podcast. I'm currently drinking Underwood, the Bubbles of Oregon Grown, or something like that. It has 11% alcohol in it, and that's all that really matters. So I'm going to take my first sip here. Very good. I definitely do love me some wine, and doing this podcast and everything and talking and drinking wine at the same time, that is the kind of job that I want to have for the rest of my life, honestly. But anyways, since it is now November, actually wait, let me talk about Halloween Ends real quickly. My opinion of that movie is that it was absolute trash. I did not like it at all. I mean, I watched it like maybe 5 or 6 times trying to give it a chance, and I just couldn't get into it. I would love to know you guys' thoughts on it. I've heard mixed reviews. Some people thought it was good, some people thought it was bad, some people thought it was absolute trash. It was just everywhere in between. I didn't really have a problem with the whole Corey Cunningham character. I thought that was a very unique angle to bring to the franchise. However, it was unnecessary. I think that if they had introduced Corey in an earlier movie in the franchise, maybe people would have warmed up to the idea. But nobody can ever be Michael Myers, and that's just the honest truth. I definitely missed him a lot in that movie, and he definitely delivered in Halloween Kills. Like, he literally killed a lot of people in that movie, but I guess even Michael Myers needed a break from that, even though the movie takes place 4 years after all of those events. But overall, I didn't like the movie, and it's highly disappointing, and I don't know if this is going to be the last Halloween movie. They always say it's going to be the last Halloween movie, and then they announce another reboot, so we'll see. But I definitely think that in terms of horror movies, there didn't really feel like there was any horror elements to Halloween Ends. It just felt empty to me. But let's get back into November. I want to turn my attention to gratitude because I feel like gratitude is the right attitude, and I've always read and I've always heard how important it is to practice gratitude. Not just because of Thanksgiving, but just in general. But I know that Thanksgiving is the time where people really, really reflect on what they are grateful for, and I am grateful for everything in my life, to be honest with you. I can't really pinpoint just 1 or 2 or 3 specific things. I am just grateful for everything, all of the good things, all of the bad things, and everything in between. All of the bad things shaped me into the person that I am right now. All of that allows me to continue to grow and hopefully become a better person and to know better from my mistakes that I've made in the past. And I'm grateful that I have learned those lessons. And honestly, I don't think a lot of people think about that, or maybe they do. But if you kind of flip the perspective, you can shift your thinking and just shift your entire life. And I think that is something that is truly amazing. November is definitely one of my favorite months because October, November, and December are considered to be the Holy Trinity months and everything, and it's just my absolute favorite time of the year. However, where I live, we don't get real falls or winters. That's just Texas for you. It's just not like that. It doesn't vibe like that, but I wish that it did. Back to the importance of gratitude and everything, I think that it is important for you guys, not just myself, to be grateful for the bad things and the good things because it shapes you either way, and things can be taken away from you within a snap of a finger. So, you want to practice gratefulness. Like, I'm grateful for the education that I'm getting, even though it's extremely hard and college is expensive. And I've heard that in the UK, college is free. I don't know what America is doing, but I wish that it was. I feel like a lot of people would go to college if they could afford it. My dad didn't go to college because he couldn't afford it, and that's just plain sad. So therefore, I am grateful that I am receiving an education and I am able to do what I love, or I will be soon, which is becoming a nurse. Med school is no joke, I'll tell you that much. It's definitely going to be worth it, and I am going to stick with it. But for November, I think the topic is going to be gratitude. I feel like that would be a good thing to focus on. I'm also grateful for my job of voice acting. Now, I don't get a whole lot of work as of right now, but the opportunities such as this one, I am super, super grateful for because I have a good time doing it. I have fun. Podcasting gives you a whole lot of freedom and a whole lot of creativity. And sometimes I just come up with ideas off the top of my head, and I genuinely lose focus of what I want to talk about. It happens, but I've also been grateful for the lessons that I've learned in my life, such as learning that this podcast ideally was supposed to be about life from my perspective as a woman, and I learned that men can definitely hurt as well, and men do have feelings. It's just such a taboo thing to me to realize that, no, not a lot of people get that. Because, when you think about men, you just think about, masculine, manly things. But I'm grateful that I've learned that there's so much more to that, and that everybody's human, everybody's the same, everybody has hurt feelings, a hurt ego, or a hurt whatever. So it's just a little crazy. I'm grateful for the funny trolls on Twitter who are attacking Elon Musk, because it's really quite funny to me how people are like, oh, boo Elon, boo whatever. I don't know, it's just crazy to me. But that's the funny thing to be grateful for, is it's just sometimes you gotta laugh because people are funny and they do make you laugh, and we all need to laugh more. So therefore, I'm grateful for laughter. I laugh at the weirdest things. I have a weird sense of humor. I'm pretty sure we all do, honestly, when you really think about it. I'm glad that I got to sit here and record this podcast, and I shared a little bit about what I am grateful for. But thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed recording it, and I will talk to you guys next time. And thank you for tuning in to Wine and Shine.